Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar on Tuesday said his country wanted to find a solution to the issue of years-old cross-border terrorism with Pakistan. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was sworn in on Sunday for a record-equalling third term at a grand ceremony at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the President's Palace in New Delhi, attended by leaders of 7 regional countries, underlining the government's neighborhood first policy. But relations and problems with China and Pakistan were different, Jaishankar told reporters, after assuming charge for a second straight term. With Pakistan, we would want to find a solution to the issue of years-old cross-border terrorism. That cannot be the policy of a good neighbor, Jaishankar said. On Monday, leaders of the two countries engaged in diplomacy via X. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif as well as his elder brother and former Prime Minister Nawaz congratulated Modi, in what was Pakistan's first response to the election results from across the border. The exchange was initiated by Prime Minister Shehbaz, who extended a succinct congratulatory message on X, saying, "Felicitations to Narendra Modi on taking oath as the Prime Minister of India." His brief message was reminiscent of a similar note that Prime Minister Modi had sent to him in March. Prime Minister Modi responded with a simple acknowledgement, "Thank you at Shehbaz for your good wishes." The exchange between the leaders expanded with a more detailed message from Nawaz Sharif, who heads the ruling PMLN and had also attended Prime Minister Modi's first inauguration in 2014. In response to Nawaz's desire for collective peace in South Asia, Modi reiterated India's commitment to peace but linked it to a strong stance on security, especially in the context of Delhi's allegations of cross-border terrorism. In a notable diplomatic snub, Prime Minister Shehbaz was conspicuously absent from the list of regional leaders invited to attend Modi's oath-taking ceremony on Sunday, highlighting the lingering chill in relations between the two countries. On ties with China, Jaishankar said India will focus on finding solutions to the border issues with China that have long strained ties between the neighboring countries. With regards to China, there are still some issues at the border and our focus will be on how to solve them, he said. India and China share a 3,800-kilometer border, much of it poorly demarcated, over which the nuclear-armed nations also fought a war in 1962. They have engaged in a military standoff since July 2020 when at least 20 Indian soldiers and 4 Chinese troops were killed in the worst clashes in 5 decades. And the Punjab government on Friday imposed Section 144 in Rawalpindi district for 8 days, banning public gatherings, as Pakistan prepares for the arrival of foreign dignitaries to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, summit scheduled to be held in Islamabad on October the 15th to the 16th. Section 144 of the Code of Criminal Procedure is a legal provision that empowers district administrations to prohibit an assembly of 4 or more people in an area for a limited period. It is usually imposed to prevent potential disturbances, maintain law and order, and curb any activities that might escalate into violence. The government has deployed more than 10,000 police and paramilitary personnel for the security of about 900 delegates who will arrive in Islamabad for the summit. The capital will also observe a 3-day holiday to ensure the safety and protection of delegates. According to a notification issued by the Punjab Home Department dated October 10th, a copy of which is available with dawn.com, given that foreign dignitaries will arrive in the Twin Cities next week for the summit, it was requested to impose Section 144 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, SAR-PC, 1898 on certain acts to maintain the law and order situation in the city. The notification said the district administrations prohibited all kinds of political assemblies, gatherings, sits-in, rallies, demonstrations, jalsas, protests and such like other activities from October 10th to 17. Pillion riding on motorcycles, aerial firing, pigeon flying, and the use of drones or laser lights have also been banned. Separately, the Islamabad High Court also declared the starting 3 days of the next week, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, as a closed holiday for IHC, civil, and session courts. The provincial government has also imposed a ban on all political assemblies in 9 other districts from October 10 to 12 following the announcement of protests by the PTI. The PTI had announced a schedule of protests beginning from Multan and Sahiwal on Friday. The protests have been planned in Gujranwala and Sargodha on October 12, in Dera Ghazi Khan on October 13 and in Lahore and Faisalabad on October 14. Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar will visit Pakistan to participate in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) summit later this month, the Indian Foreign Ministry spokesman said on Friday. The External Affairs Minister will lead a delegation to Pakistan to participate in the SCO summit, which will be held on October 15 and 16, Randhir Jaiswal said at a weekly press briefing. The visit will be the first by an Indian foreign minister to Pakistan in nearly a decade. Earlier, the Foreign Office, FO, had confirmed that Prime Minister Modi has been invited to the SCO Council of Heads of Government meeting, which Pakistan is hosting on October the 15th to the 16th, under its rotating chairmanship. FO spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Balak had said, an invitation has also been sent to the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, adding that some countries had already confirmed their participation in the meeting. Meanwhile, a comprehensive security plan for the upcoming SCO summit was approved on Wednesday at a meeting chaired by Federal Minister for Interior Mohsin Naqvi. The Interior Minister said additional personnel from Pakistan Army, Rangers, FC and Punjab Police will be deployed to ensure foolproof security for the guests. Today, the federal government authorized the Army's deployment in the federal capital from October the 5th to the 17th for the security of the SCO summit and to maintain law and order. The notification from the Interior Ministry said the exact area of deployment along with the number of troops would be determined later. In May last year, then Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had visited India to attend the 2-day meeting of the SCO Council of Foreign Ministers. He was the first Pakistani foreign minister to visit India in almost 12 years. At a Senate panel later that month, Bhutto Zardari called it a productive and positive decision to participate in the event. As far as the Kashmir issue, bilateral issues between Pakistan and India, and the responsibilities of multilateralism are concerned, my conclusion after the trip is that it is a productive and positive decision to participate in the event, he had said. Similarly, former advisor on foreign affairs Sartaj Aziz visited Amritsar in December 2016 for the Heart of Asia conference. Additionally, when India hosted the SCO Council of Heads of State on July 4, 2023, in a virtual format, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif participated, demonstrating Pakistan's willingness to engage despite the strained bilateral relations with India. India's participation in the SCO, even otherwise, is a delicate balancing act, weighing its need for regional security cooperation against its wariness of China's growing influence within the organization. By engaging selectively in SCO's economic strategies, India is pursuing a nuanced approach that aims to counterbalance Chinese dominance while fostering constructive ties with Central Asian nations. India's hesitation to attend meetings in Pakistan is a well-established stance, dating back to its boycott of the 19th SAARC summit in November 2016, which was to be hosted by Pakistan. The boycott led to a stalemate, leaving the regional body in limbo, as the SAARC Charter mandates that all member states must be present for a summit to take place. In contrast, the SCO has no such restriction, allowing for more flexibility in its meeting arrangements.